A warning tonight from Canada's environment watchdog. Scott Vaughan says while many contaminated federal sites are buried deep underground, the danger they pose is not. In a report released today, Vaughan says the cleanup will cost billions of dollars, but the alternative would put Canadians' health and the environment at risk. Margo McDiarmid has the details.
Buried deep in the giant mine in Yellowknife are tons of poisonous arsenic tailings, a byproduct of gold mining. But the permafrost in the abandoned mine is melting, so taxpayers are footing the bill to try to keep the tailings frozen. It's a familiar story for the Environment Commissioner.
This is a legacy that Canadians will be paying for, not for decades, they'll be paying for literally for centuries.
Canada has more than 22,000 contaminated sites, and they're not just in remote areas. They're in Toronto, in Montreal. In Ottawa, for example, there are 150 sites, like this one, just blocks from Parliament Hill. The sites range from a simple fuel spill to old military installations to abandoned mines. Some have been cleaned up, but thousands still threaten human health and the environment.
A lot of the chemicals we're talking about have been linked to cancer. A lot of the chemicals that we're talking about are slowly leaking into the groundwater and contaminating what's coming into people's homes through their taps. So this is a significant problem.
It's also an expensive one. The federal price tag to clean up the sites, more than $7 billion. That could rise because many still have to be assessed. Most of the contamination happened before the 70s, when Canada started to bring in stricter environmental assessments. And today the Commissioner warned against the government's plans to streamline those same assessments.
It's a cautionary tale and moving forward to say let's make sure that we don't return to the past on creating new contaminated sites and new billions of dollars in legacies.
The Prime Minister said that won't happen.
This government has made record investments into environmental remediation and cleaning up the sites that were not properly assessed in the past, and this government is ensuring that we have thorough environmental assessments going forward.
Meanwhile, back in Yellowknife, officials are still figuring out how they'll keep toxic waste frozen for centuries. The price tag so far, $400 million. Margo McDiarmid, CBC News, Ottawa.